I'm going to be making 2 trinket trays today using some of the items that I received in my lovely goodie box from Jessica at Flowartbyjessica and JDiction. So in the box was the JDiction resin crate, so I'm going to be using that in one of them today. And I also received some of the JDiction epoxy resin, so we'll do 1 eco and 1 epoxy. So let's start with the eco one first. I also received these lovely crystally bits in the package, so I thought with the eco one we'd do like a geode style one using some of these and mica powders to add texture. So I'm just going to place some of these down straight onto the mould, and then that should give some lovely texture. Let's get rid of that dog hair first. Come on, out you come. There we go. Right, so I think I'll do another bit up the top here as well. Put some of that down, and we'll take that down those edges. So a good amount of that going down first. Pop a little bit more up there and across that bit. I think that's probably enough of those. Then I'm going to add some glitter. This is from Hemway. This is silver. So we're going to add some of that down the side as well. Pop some of that down in there. That will do. And then I've got 2 mica powders, one from Resin, this is dark violet, and one from Rolio, this is, can't pronounce that, Voronet blue. So we're going to go in with the blue next and place some of that down on top of there. Same again with this one up the top here. And because the eco won't be able to get under the mica powder, it will leave craters in the end result, which gives the geode effect. So that's the blue, and then I'm going to go in with the purple, just trying to match all those colours that are in those lovely stones. I think there's some beads in there as well. It's a lovely mixture. So let's put some of that down into there. Let's put some down that edge there as well, and down there, and then some up this top bit as well. Pop some there, and then lastly I'm going to add some of the Resin metallic powder in silver and pop some of that down. Put some of that down the edges there as well. Some at the top there. And then again, same with that one there. Some down the sides. Right, I think that's enough. So I'm going to mix up some of the resin crate and then we can get pouring. I've mixed up some of the resin crate, and this is mixed to a ratio of 3 to 1. So for example, 100 grams powder to 30 grams water. And I've got to say, that's a lovely smooth consistency. No lumps or anything in there, mixed together lovely. And I'm going to add to that some of the Homeware Designs pigment in Amethyst. I think I'm just going to do, let's just do 1 drop for the time being. Just going to give that a little bit of a swirl. And then we're just going to pour this nice and slowly in the tray. Just letting it find its way down on its own into those gullies down the edge there. And then I'm just going to let it gently flow over the top of all those mica powders and pigments. So just letting it flow straight over the top of those, and then just filling up the rest of the tray. I've made up way too much. Right, that would do, I think. I'm just going to give that a little bit of a wiggle, and you will get air pockets because of all those mica powders. So I'm just going to give that a little bit of a push down. See those micas and that coming up to the top there. Right, okay. So I'll find something for those leftovers, and then we can start mixing up some resin to do this one. I've mixed up some of the JDiction epoxy resin. This is mixed to a ratio of 1:1 by weight, and I've separated that into 4 pots. And we're going to use all the same colours and micas that we did in the Eco one. So I'm going to start off by putting some of these beads and mixtures into this one, and then I've got a tiny amount of resin in that one, so I'm just going to add a small amount of the silver mica powder into that one. The metallics do tend to take over, so I don't want a lot of that one. And I think I'll add some of the glitter into those mixtures as well there. And then we're going to use some of the blue in this one. Pop some of that in there. And then finally in the last one we're going to be using the purple. So some of that going into there. So I'm just going to get all these mixed up. That's those all mixed up, and I'm going to start with the stones. I'm just going to give my mould a quick little spritz with some 99% alcohol, and then we're going to place those stones down into that edge, getting those all around there. Let's just squish them all down, squish them over to there. Few more needed down in there. Just going to give this top section a little bit of a clean up. Get some of those stones away from the top section. Don't mind if some of them stay there, they might be quite pretty. And then I'm just going to do a dirty pour, I think, with the rest of these colours. So some of the purple going in. A little bit of the silver. I'm not going to do too much of the silver, I don't think, because that will overpower it. Some of the blue, some of the purple, some more of the blue, and a touch more of the silver, I think. And then I've got, actually I think that would probably be enough. No, let's just finish off with some more purple. Pop that down into there. Right, okay, and then I'm going to pour from the opposite side of my cup that I poured the resin into, and then we're just going to give a top coat with all of these beautiful colours. And we'll just let it do its own thing and see how it comes out. All those colours are gorgeous together. I like those. Right, let's just scrape out the last of that into there. Just topping up that and getting a nice dome on the top of that one. Scrape out that last little bit. There we go. And then I'm just going to give it a final little squirt with some 99% alcohol penny bubbles that might be on the surface there. And we'll leave this to cure. So while this is curing, I'll show you my unboxing video that shows all my goodies from the lovely Jessica and JDiction. And Mishka was so nosy during my unboxing, so you will get a glimpse of her as well. So I'll see you back in a little while. I've received a parcel from the lovely Jessica at Flowartbyjessica, and it also says with JDiction. So let's get this open and see what's in here, shall we? Oh wow, look at that box. That is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, there's lots of stuff in here. Dear Sally, this box is something really special that JDiction and I curated together to help you kick off your creative 2026 with fresh energy, new ideas and a whole lot of playfulness. What we got here then? Oh, Resincrete. I love using Eco. That's lovely. Look forward to using that. Right, what's this? I think this is like the 3D paste. I've seen Jessica using this. Look forward to using that. Right, what else have we got in here? Let's put that aside for a minute. This looks like a lovely mould. I've not seen a shape like that before. That's gorgeous. Love that. Cracking little mould that. Well, not even little. That's lovely. Right, what else have we got? Yes, Mishka, you can see in a minute. Right, let's have a look. What else we got? Oh, look at those colours. They are gorgeous. Let's open. Oh, look at those. Oh, I can't wait to use those. I might use those in the edge of the tray. I might use them down in there. They're stunning. Lovely. Right, what's this? Oh, we've got something else here that's just fallen down. These are to create really simple and easy waves in your projects. Oh, lovely. Look forward to using those. Right, what have we got in here? UV resin trio bundle. Let's get this open. Sorry, Mishka's just excited as I am. So we've got low viscosity, we've got high viscosity, and we've got the hard type UV resin. What a lovely little set of all three that is. That's lovely. And you've got your three little nozzles there. Excited to try that. Right, what else have we got in here? Let's just move this over to one side for a minute. Let's pop that there. Let's get this open. This looks like a proper starter kit, this does. We've got some little pipette things. Yes, Mishka, see, look, goodies, lots of goodies. We've got some tweezers and we've got some pigments. Lovely, 4 colours there. Some little pots. Some more of those. And we've got, oh, gold flakes. Lovely. What else is in here? We've got part A, part B of the JDiction epoxy resin. Oh, there's so much in this box. We've got some glitters there. Gorgeous. Some little pots there. Oh, this looks like a coaster set. So in here you've got a stand for the coasters and you've got 4 coaster molds. What a lovely kit. I look forward to using all of that. What a lovely, lovely box of goodies. Thank you so much, Jessica and JDiction, for sending me out these. And I will treasure this box. Absolutely stunning. What a beautiful box of goodies that was. Thank you again, Jessica and JDiction, for sending me all those lovely products. Thank you so much. Right, so with the leftover Eco from the beginning, I made a little simple little tray there. That's pretty. And I also made a little butterfly, and with the leftover resin I've made this little dish, and I just stuck the the butterfly onto the dish. So that's that one. Beautiful. Right, let's see how these have come out. Let's do the resin one first, because the eco one, we've got loads of powders that we're going to have to brush out of that one. So let's take a look at this one. Ooh, that's pretty. Very nice. Like that. I'm glad the silver hasn't taken over too much on that one. And that edging is beautiful. Lovely. Right, let's have a look at this one next. Pop this one out. Pop my mould in the right way. Just pop that to one side. Just going to put a napkin down there just to catch all the extra bits of mica. Oh, I like that. That's lovely. Right, so I'm just going to take a brush now and just brush away any of this excess mica that's stuck loose along there, and dig out any bits in those holes. I like how you've got those side bits there as well. I love that. I do like this technique. I think it's such a simple and easy technique, but it gives such lovely results. Right, let's just get all of this brushed away. I think what I'll do is I'll just do this off camera, because this is going to take a while just to get all those powders out of there. So I'll do that, and then I'll see you back in a minute. That's it all brushed out now. So that's how it's looking. All those lovely craters in there. Love that. So pretty. Really like that. So you could use these either as coasters or little trinket dishes, and you could give this a top coat of resin. But personally, I like the texture effect, and to do a top coat of resin, you'd lose all that. So instead of using a wax to seal it, I'm going to use the Create and Bloom finish, because it's liquid, and then it will get into all those little nooks and crannies. So I'm just going to take a brush and then just brush over the entire surface, making sure I get into all those pieces there. And same again with this one. Just going to dab that all over there, and then all over the base as well there, just making sure I've got a nice good covering all over, and then that was sealing any other bits of powders. Just do a bit down the side there, and I could always do the sides with a wax anyway, but I'll just do this for the time being. So that's that all pretty much covered. Just make sure I've got some all over there. And you can leave this to dry and then give it another couple of coats. Right, so that's that done. And lastly, I'm just going to use some of these cork sticky tabs and put these on the bottom. So I think I'll just put one in each corner. So one there, one there, and on there. And then the same with this one. One there, one there, and one there. So that will protect any surface. Right, so that's not going to look any much difference when it's dry, so I'll leave it as that, and I'll put some little corks on the bottom of these as well. So thank you ever so much for watching my video today, and stay tuned for the pictures at the end, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.
In a world of colors bright, crafting dreams from day to night, gathered around our screen so wide, with hearts so warm, we share our pride. Oh, we're a beautiful, shining crew, crafting resin, just me